Did you know that Rocksteady's Arkham games generated over $1 billion in sales revenue by 2015? That makes the trilogy one of the most successful comic book video game series ever. And honestly, they deserve it. Rocksteady has always been a beacon of hope for a... Oh, what is this? A new look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Oh, I can't wait to see the respect.
You know, Joker used to be real good at hurting people with words. But you, boop.
They pay?
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke.
To the characters? No, not again. Not like this. Not like this. So I think we all have the same thing on our mind right now. Would I look good in a Speedo? Wait, what? No. What we all have on our mind is what the heck happened to the beloved creators of the Batman Arkham series that led them to create this mess of a game. Because once upon a time, Rocksteady Studios was a shining beacon in the world of video game development. They broke new ground, developing games that not only thrilled with their innovative gameplay, but also paid respect to the source material. Imagine that. You see, with the Arkham series, Rocksteady Studios set a new standard for superhero video games. They showed the world that these games could be more than just merchandise tie-ins. They could be meaningful, engaging experiences all on their own. But with their latest project, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, has the fall from grace been swift. No, get out of here, Taylor. From being revered for their nuanced storytelling and respect for comic book lore, Rocksteady Studios has now found themselves being ridiculed for their insane disrespect of beloved characters. But it couldn't be that bad, right? So as you all probably know by now, and if you don't, then it's time to take off the Patrick Star cosplay and stop living under a rock. But one of the biggest issues that fans have with Kill the Justice League is the downright disrespectful treatment of none other than Batman. Batman, the Dark Knight, the Caped Crusader, a character who has become a cornerstone of superhero lore, is given a send-off that leaves fans and critics alike utterly horrified. In this game, Batman, voiced by the legendary Kevin Conroy, meets his end at the hands of Harley Quinn. And obviously that alone isn't the problem here. The problem is that Batman, a character synonymous with resilience, cunning, and an indomitable spirit, is put to rest without any of those traits being put on display.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Like, literally, look at him. Batman isn't fighting back. He's not even trying to use any of his gadgets. Batman has just given up. We all know that this isn't Batman. And I know there's gonna be a million excuses as to why he's acting like this. Like,
because it's Elseworlds or because he's under mind control. But
no, let's be honest. The only real reason is because it's bad writing. You see, the controversy surrounding Conroy's disrespectful send-off in Kill the Justice League isn't just about Rocksteady's horrible narrative decision-making. It's also about their horrific treatment of Kevin Conroy's legacy. And while of course this game was marketed as Conroy's final performance as the Caped Crusader, because it's all about that profit, baby.
Money.
It seems that the developers, quite ironically, did everything that they could to tarnish his last outing in the Cape. Except, oh, what's this? Oh, how funny. It seems that after all the negative reactions, it's somehow been leaked by an insider at IGN that this actually isn't going to be Conroy's final Batman performance. Coincidentally, it actually turns out that Kevin was also supposed to make a surprise cameo in Bruce Timm's new Batman Caped Crusader. All I can say is thank God this isn't going to be the last thing we see from the legendary Kevin Conroy. Breaking news, folks! This just in. Contrary to popular belief, it has actually become known that IGN is a bunch of poo-poo boot-licking liars. It appears that in contrast to IGN's original claims, Bruce Timm has come out himself and said that their original reporting is a full-faced lie. Unfortunately, it seems that Kevin Conroy had sadly passed away before they could make an appearance happen. Ouch! That's gotta hurt for IGN. Let's send it back to the studio with MJ. Thanks, Steven. That's horrible. Look, it's obvious that the utter disregard for the character's legacy and Conroy's contribution is more than just bad writing. It's either pure incompetence or literally an attempt to besmirch the character and its beloved voice actor. But either way, lying on a dead man to save face is just next level disgusting. Rocksteady's disregard for the characters and lore is a slap in the face to every single DC fan. It's a harsh reminder of the damage that can be done when creators prioritize their own vision over the integrity of the characters and the world that they're playing with. And I think it's a lesson that we all hope other game developers take to heart. But unfortunately, there's more than just the bad writing to talk about. As if poor writing and disgraceful character treatment wasn't enough, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is also plagued with technical issues. But I mean, that's all right. Come on, how can we expect a game from such a small indie studio with such a short development period to have a game that's perfect on launch? I mean, come on, guys, we're just being way too harsh and unrealistic with our expectations. What the? Hold on, my bad. This is so rude of me. Give me a second. Hello? Hey, wait, the game was in development for 5 years. What? It was supposed to be released in 2021? Hold on, I gotta go. What the fuck? Well, I guess Rocksteady Studio missed the memo that games are usually playable upon release. Because literally, I'm not kidding, within an hour of the game's launch, an actual game-breaking bug was found. Players who bought the deluxe edition were greeted with an already completed save game file. Like, how does that even happen? That is so embarrassing. Can you imagine logging in to play your brand new game for the first time and it pops up and it's already finished? Like, you can't try to write comedy this good. Not only does this rob players of the experience they paid for, but it also shows a lack of quality control that is just unacceptable for a studio of Rocksteady's caliber. So this meant that players, many of whom had pre-ordered the game for $99, let's get that straight, 100 buccarinos, $100 worth of V-Bucks, were left with nothing. Well, actually, that's not completely true, because they made sure the store was still working. See, microtransactions have been a contentious issue in the gaming industry for years. When done right, they can add depth and longevity to a game. But in the case of the Suicide Squad, the microtransactions seem to have detracted from the basic requirement of making a game that, well, works. And now what we're left with is a game that not only disrespects its characters, but doesn't even function. Is this really what the creators of Arkham Asylum have come to? Let's talk about why. So why did Rocksteady take such a drastic turn from their previous successes? Well, it's time to take a closer look at a little company called Sweet Baby Incorporated. Now, you may be asking, MJ from Post Hype, who is Sweet Baby Incorporated? And what could a sweet little innocent baby have to do with Rocksteady, who disgraced my Batman? I want sexy, emo Robert Pattinson Batman, not this lame-ass wannabe. Well, viewer whose name I do not know, this company who touts itself as a champion of representation and diversity, unbeknownst to many, played a heavy part in developing the narrative for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And look, don't get me wrong, representation and diversity are good things, obviously, but the problem arises when they overshadow the storytelling and the respect for the source material. And that is exactly what went wrong here, if you ask me. Still don't believe me? But come here. Let's take a gander at Sweet Baby Inc.'s website and see exactly what they're about. So in their words, we believe that representation is key to connecting players and audiences. And we offer a few ways to help your team and project gain the perspective needed to make it happen. We're part of an inclusive and knowledgeable community of diverse consultants able to cover a wide range of cultural and sensitivity topics. Our approach leads with the creation of joy in marginalized players and seeks to be additive rather than strictly corrective. Oh, that sounds like a recipe for great writing. Liar! And if we take a little gander here at their projects as well, you'll see that right here, what do we have? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And surprisingly, some other titles on here that I would not have expected. To me, it seems like their approach of being additive as opposed to strictly corrective has ironically resulted in a game that is less than stellar. I'm pretty sure that because of Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement, this game completely disregarded established lore and disrespected beloved characters. Rocksteady, a studio once known for its attention to detail, now under the guidance of Sweet Baby, seemed to be more interested in ticking boxes for representation than crafting a compelling narrative and treating its characters with respect. And this shift in focus is beyond noticeable in the game's story. I mean, do we have to talk about the moment where King Shark picks up Green Lantern's ring and puts it on? That's not how that works. The inclusion of Sweet Baby Inc. in the game's development process also raises questions about why the game was riddled with technical issues. Was the team so focused on pushing an agenda that they overlooked the functionality of the game? Perhaps if they paid as much attention to the game's mechanics as they did the representation, maybe we wouldn't have had such a disastrous launch. Just some food for thought. Look, inclusion and diversity are important. I can't stress that enough. But when they overshadow storytelling and respect for the source material, it's clear that they can be the downfall of even the greatest studios. It's a lesson that Rocksteady and the rest of the gaming industry would do well to remember. Because unfortunately, it seems that the Justice League wasn't the only team that failed while being brainwashed